I'm just sitting here, bro, just thinking and stuff, man. And I was just thinking, and everything is so like temporary. You know what I mean? Like I was just reflecting on life in general, and like everything is temporary, bro. Everything. And when you really think about life in that sense, it's just like you have to enjoy the moment more, bro, because everything is temporary. Relationships, situations, existence, obligations, everything is just so temporary. And in any moment, things can like shift, have a totally different pacing. I know it sounds crazy. I'm talking about pacing as if it's a show, but it's reality though. Anything can shift at any time. And it can literally become a whole new version of life, basically. I'm just reflecting, bro. Like, one thing that like sticks out to me, bro, is when I was a kid, bro. When I was a kid, I used to play with like Legos in my room on the floor, and that was like my enjoyment. Like I used to look forward to getting out of school, getting the homework done, playing with Legos, bro. That was my that was my cookies right there. Like, yes, I get to build my Legos and make my own minifigures and make them fight each other and stuff like that. And the same thing with WWE wrestlers. I made my own custom WWE ring, and I used to make my custom wrestlers and have them beat each other up and do Royal Rumbles. And I used to literally look forward to that as a kid. And now I'm 19, and that stuff don't even like come to my mind. Like it's only a memory now, which is crazy because it felt like it was just yesterday, right? And that's just a simple example of even like your interest changing, right? Even your interest, not interest, the stuff that they put on your car note, but interest. There, I can't say the word, but even your interests change, right? It develops. It goes through metamorphosis. Like something that you found interesting when you was 14, you might no longer find interesting at 19, 20, 25, 30. You feel me? Some of them still stay. Like I still love anime. I don't watch anime though no more, but I still love Dragon Ball Z. You know, I try to watch some of Daima, but I only made like episode 7. I'm like, okay, I don't have time no more. I can't like commit to it like that right now. I got other things that take priority, right? I got other interests that take my time that I have to basically be obliged to, right? Even the people that you like associate yourself with change. Like there's certain people in my life where I noticed I was putting more into their cup than it was in mine. My cup was looking like these, and I'm just pouring in theirs, and they're not even taking what I'm pouring serious. So it's like I'm pouring it in their cup, and they just spilling it right out. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, that's a waste of time. That could be used for something else. That person cut. You feel me? They cut off the team for me at least, and hopefully in the future I might be able to bring them back in. Maybe they seen where they could have been a better friend, and it couldn't have been one sided, and hopefully we could be friends again. But that's just a fairy tale dream, right? But time is just gonna keep going. Like time doesn't stop. So it gets more and more distance, and then you still remember that person, but you'll probably never communicate with them again, which is unfortunate. But that's reality, bro. Like I said, relationships, which a relationship is not just other gender relationship. A relationship is a relationship. It's just that it has that bias on there to where you think it's just like your partner. Relationship is also a friendship. Relationship is also a family member, right? The relationship between your mom and yourself is mom and son. That's a relationship y'all have, right? That's what a relationship is. So friendships within relationships, you know, lifestyles. You know, my lifestyle was like when I was a kid. I remember just playing 2K2, bro. When I was in middle school, bro, I would get home like fifth and sixth grade, bro. Hop on 2K immediately. Like that's when I stopped having like that same good routine, bro. A little bit like, cause my routine when I was a kid, when I used to play with Legos, was like get home, do homework, then play with Legos, maybe watch some YouTube videos like Minecraft videos and DBZ videos, Dokkan Battle videos and stuff like that. But in middle school, bro, yeah, that junk changed, bro. It was get home, play 2K, and then do homework in the morning or do homework when I felt like it, and I was still gonna get it done. Cause I still did good in class. I just didn't prioritize it like I should have, like when I was a kid. So yeah, that's how it was in like middle school, bro. Just get home, play 2K. That was my lifestyle. 2K was my lifestyle. I haven't played 2K since 2K23. We're in 2025 right now. 2K26 is probably going to be coming out at the end of this year. So it's been 3 years since I played 2K. Something that was literally a part of my lifestyle. Something I used to literally do 9 to 5 shifts on summertime has not been a part of my lifestyle for 3 years. Literally. Kid you not. If I hop on 2K now, I would get worked by anybody. Literally. Even though I'm still going to say I'm going to dominate anybody, honestly. Probably going to get worked, bro. The system is totally different. The game is 100,000 times worse. But yeah, 2K16, that was my game. 2K16, 2K19, those are my lovers right there. I love those games. And then I used to, in high school, play Roblox a little bit, ABA and stuff like that. I barely play that game anymore. I even started doing YouTube videos on it. I don't even play that game no more for real, bro. I play it only when updates come out every once in a while with my friends. But I used to literally play that game like 3 to 4 times out the week probably, bro. And now I don't play it at all. I probably play it like 2 times a month. Maybe even once a month sometimes. Or maybe even no times a month. So I'm just saying, like, I'm saying this all to say that, bro, life is just so temporary. Everything in it. So that's why I'm like my main passion in this existence is to just build a close relationship to the Creator. And I believe the Creator is the God, the same God that was the God of Israel. That's the Creator that I follow. Now, I believe that in this reality, a lot of people believe there's a Creator. But the distinction is that a lot of people believe in different forms of that Creator. People believe that it's a different being than what other people believe, right? If you see what I'm saying, like I probably didn't say it the best way, but I think you can get what I'm trying to say. Like we all have different interpretations. There we go of that Creator. Mine is just a Hebrew God, right? Which is like the predominant belief for the Creator, and the reason why I'm so strongly dedicated to getting that relationship and that understanding of this Creator is because I understand from a humanistic perspective that existence is literally only temporary. So I try to enjoy the existence, the temporary existence, but I realize that there's something beyond temporary living, right? Like I don't see the Creator, which I believe is a Hebrew God, which I have to just restate, gave us this life to just have this be the only thing, because he literally points to this, like all in reality, that everything is temporary. Like reality literally shows you by things like changing all the time, that scenarios, situations, friendships, relationships, lifestyles, all of this stuff is only temporary, which to me shows that the Creator, whether who you believe it is pointing to the fact that you shouldn't get caught up too much on this reality, because it's something that will come after that is everlasting. To me, that's how I see it as. That's my interpretation on why everything is so wavering, why everything is so temporary, because the Creator doesn't want you to like be so fascinated, not fascinated necessarily, because you could be fascinated by the creations that he made, like you could be, but you shouldn't overindulge, and like you shouldn't have your mind completely set on them, because they're not going to be here forever. Like these things are not going to be here. Like I said, family dies, you die, you know what I mean, relationships die, you feel me, lifestyles change. So these things all can get literally turned around in a second, flipped like this. And I feel like that's intentional. That's an intentional design of reality, because it points to the fact that we shouldn't get caught up in it, and that we should rather focus on a thing that will be everlasting, which to me is life after death. Now, however you interpret life after death, that's how you interpret it. But like I said, I believe in the Hebrew God, so I believe it's a heaven and hell, and the choices you make within this reality basically set you on whichever path you're gonna go down. If you live a hellish life, then you cannot expect to live a heavenly life after. By having hellish life, I don't mean like, you know, you going through hellish, like bad scenarios and stuff. That's not your fault. I'm saying like you bring hell within the world. You feel me? Then you can expect to have heavenly existence thereafter, right? I know everybody's scenarios is different though, and that's why I don't try to be like too harsh, because I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but in reality, like you can't just expect flowers and roses when you've been bringing storms and fucking. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not perfect. I didn't mean curse, but you've been bringing storms and volcanoes. Like you can't be expecting flowers and dandy roses and sunshine so bright after you've been bringing so much chaos. You know what I mean? So that's why I believe everybody will reap what they sow. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying everything will be accounted for, even my wrongdoings to myself. But this video is already 11 minutes, man. I gotta complete some tasks for this day, but I was just reflecting. I had read the Bible, and I was reading Leviticus chapter, what I was on, to 22, where God is basically going over all the festivals and stuff like that. And mind you, this is 2,000 years ago, which is very crazy that something 2,000 years ago is still here, while everything else is always changing. Another point there, you can kind of let dabble in your mind on why I just said that. But anyways, I don't know if this is getting posted. I say this with everything I record. It might not. I don't know. But if it does, try to think about what I said. You know what I mean? And much love to you, and take care. Take it easy. Adios.